Have you ever had that feeling, that nagging thought that maybe the world's great religions, for all their apparent differences, are all trying to tell us the same story? Well, today, we're going to pull on that thread. We're going on a kind of archaeological dig of belief to decode a hidden pattern, a universal system that just might connect all of humanity's deepest truths.
So let's just start with a really big question. What if all the major religions, the ones that have shaped civilizations, aren't actually opposites? What if they're just different languages, using different words and different symbols, but all describing the exact same operating system for humanity?
That's the quest we're on today. We're looking for a single, repeating pattern. You could almost call it a code that seems to be woven through the entire tapestry of human history and our search for meaning.
I mean, think about it. Since the dawn of consciousness, we humans have been wrestling with the same huge questions, right? Why are we even here? How are we supposed to act? Is there something bigger than us going on? Now, on the surface, religions can look wildly different. Of course, they have their own symbols, their own names for the divine, their own unique rituals. But that's just the paint job. If you look under the hood, at the actual function, at the core structure, you start to see some incredible similarities. It's kind of like looking at different cars. They all have different branding and styles, but they all have an engine, wheels, and a steering wheel. They're built on the same fundamental system.
So, are you ready? Let's start cracking this code and uncover the very first piece of the puzzle. The first principle, and this is the bedrock for everything else, is the idea of a higher order. Just look at this. Whether you call it Allah, God, Brahman, or Dharma, the name changes, but the core idea is exactly the same. Isn't that wild? That so many different cultures, separated by thousands of years and thousands of miles, all arrived at the same fundamental conclusion, that we are part of a system that is much, much bigger than ourselves. All right, so that first idea leads us directly to the second principle. This is the law of causality, or to put it simply, the unshakable idea that every single action has a reaction. Nothing just disappears.
In the East, you'll hear it called karma, the law of cause and effect. In Abrahamic faiths, it's talked about as divine judgment or reckoning, but the function is identical. Every choice you make is like planting a seed. Sooner or later, that seed is going to sprout, and you will have to deal with the harvest, whether it's good or bad.
Okay, so if we exist in a higher order and our actions have consequences, well, that brings us logically to the third pillar of this system, a code of universal ethics. And this is where things get really fascinating. You see this incredible convergence of thought. Love, mercy, compassion, truth, these aren't just random suggestions. These values pop up over and over and over again. It's almost like there's a universal instruction manual for how to build a functioning, harmonious society. And all these ancient traditions somehow tapped into the same core chapters. Now, this system doesn't just stop with a list of do's and don'ts. No, it goes deeper. The fourth principle is all about inner transformation. And here's the key. This isn't just about following rules to get a reward. It's about fundamentally changing who you are on the inside. See, it's one thing to act with compassion. It's another thing entirely to become a compassionate person. That's the real work. That's the goal at the heart of all these spiritual paths. So how in the world do you actually achieve that kind of deep inner change? Well, that leads us right to the fifth and final piece of our code, a practical structure. All of these rituals and practices, prayer, meditation, fasting, pilgrimage, observing a Sabbath, they aren't just empty traditions passed down for no reason. They're tools. Think of them as a training regimen, like a gym for your consciousness, designed to build the inner muscle and focus you need to live in harmony with that higher order we talked about. So when you line up all 5 of these principles, you really have to ask yourself, is this all just one massive planet-spanning coincidence? Or are we looking at a deliberate, coherent system that's been guiding humanity for thousands of years?
So there it is, the code, deciphered, a 5-step operating system for consciousness. First, acknowledge you're part of something way bigger than yourself. Second, understand that what you do matters. Every action has a consequence. Third, live by those core moral principles. Fourth, do the hard work of changing yourself for the better on the inside. And fifth, use the time-tested practices to help you get there.
Okay, discovering a pattern like this is one thing, but so what? What does it actually mean for us right here, right now? What's the big takeaway from seeing this universal code laid out?
Well, for starters, it suggests that maybe, just maybe, we've been thinking about religion all wrong. Maybe they were never supposed to be seen as these competing teams, each battling to prove they're the only one with the truth.
Perhaps they are just different perspectives, different paths leading up the same mountain, you know? Each path offers a unique view with its own landmarks and challenges, but they're all aiming for the very same peak. They're all just different languages trying to describe the same indescribable truth.
What we're really looking at here is a blueprint. It's a single, universal system that describes how our own consciousness can grow, how order can emerge from the chaos of life, and ultimately, how all of humanity might find a way to live in harmony.
And maybe that boils everything down to one simple core task for every single one of us, no matter what path we walk: to live consciously, to act justly, and to always stay aware that we are all, together, part of something much, much bigger than ourselves.